The money comes from a variety of sources, including large donors, small donors, and organization donations. Private contribution comes from a number of sources. Some candidates draw from their own financial resources. Individuals can contribute up to $2,000 to the campaign of a candidate who shares their views. Special interest groups form politician action committees to contribute to the campaign, although PACs are limited to $5,000 per candidate per election. An interest group can form more than one PAC. This allows a larger, wealthier group to provide more money to a candidate who supports their cause. Public funding comes from the government. Only presidential and vice presidential candidates are eligible for this type of funding. A candidate can receive up to $250. $250 is in matching funds for each contribution made. The government set this up to help limit the influence of wealthy donors on the leaders of our country. However, the government does not match the money received from the politician action committees. There are strict guidelines that must be followed when a candidate accepts public money in their campaign. All contributions over $100,000 must be reported. Cash contributions cannot exceed $100. Foreign contributions are prohibited, and spending limits are set.
The average American family would have to work more than 14,000 years. The highest paid guy in the NBA, Kobe Bryant, would have to play for 29 years to make as much money as Barack Obama spent to become president in 2008.
Yes, we can.
$730 million. This year, the winner, whether it is him again or someone else, is widely expected to spend as much or maybe more for the privilege of getting that ultimate corner office, the one with no corners. So where does all that money go? For Mr. Obama, 56% of it went to media, according to an analysis by the Center for Responsive Politics. Television, radio, and internet ads. $427 million worth. That means even at $3 million for 30 seconds, he could have bought every commercial in the last Super Bowl and half of this year's game, too. Sport. It's not all advertising, of course. Presidential campaigns are like rapidly growing startup businesses, and that accounts for the second most expensive item on the president's tab last time, administration. About $175 million went for travel, staff salaries, shipping, rent, food, and supplies like staplers, liquid paper, and umbrellas. On the Republican side, various candidates have reported spending $32,000 on cell phones, $2,000 on floral service, and in one case, $200 on an interpreter, among other things. The next biggest item, campaign expenses. Consultants, polling units, posters, flyers, websites, and all those rallies. Bunting and balloons may be hung on trees, but they don't grow there. And on it goes. Money for fundraising events, money for unexpected expenses. Mind you, the candidates are not the only ones spending this way. This year in particular, super PACs could greatly outspend the campaigns, especially in terms of media. Unlike the candidates, these groups are not limited in how much money they can accept from businesses, labor unions, and individuals. And they're already throwing money around like there is no tomorrow. Although legally they cannot coordinate their actions with campaigns, they certainly line up behind their chosen contenders. So, how much difference does all this money make? While there are exceptions, as a rule, the candidate who spends the most or has the most spent for him wins. It's just that simple.